Uh, we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, authentic hustlers.
Hello,
That's what I'm
hustlers.
calling you today.
Authentic hustlers out there.
This is welcome to episode 58 of the Authentic Hustle. Thanks,
58.
everybody. I'd like to welcome my co-hosts, Kelly and Vijay. 58 times we've met together, and it's amazing. So why don't we just rock and roll, get into the show this morning?
Amazing. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome hustlers. I wanted to maybe chat again about something I've been working on. That's been a lot of fun along the way. I had a big release this week. I used to work there, is finally out there. We have a trailer and episode 1 out, and the response so far has been awesome. We got quite a few downloads, Colin, in our first day. I think we're pushing close to 60 at this point, heading into day 2.
Awesome.
Which is a pretty strong launch for a brand new show that nobody has heard of before. So, also, no advertising, just out there. So that was really cool. And I'm having a lot of fun. It's pushing my boundaries. I've never had to do sound design before. So learning that, it didn't go to plan on the first run around. Turns out ambience is actually kind of hard. But we got it locked in. First episode's out there, and it's been a week of trying to figure that out. So it's been fun, though. And at the end of the day, I think it really comes down to what we've always preached on this show, which is push your boundaries. You're capable of so much more than you ever thought you were.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like every day, right? Wake up, push your boundaries, do whatever you can do, and hit repeat again in the morning. That's kind of what we do. That's where I've been at too. Is lately it's been all out, which is fun, but it's also not stressful. I wouldn't say it's stressful, but it's complicated. There's a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot to keep together. A lot of glue required to keep things together, and some things always, not some things. Things don't always go the way you plan, right? Yeah. You can plan yourself to death, and things don't go the way that you had hoped or you planned. So I'm finding a lot of that lately as well. Not just in my business, but in the world around us. Every day is a brand new day. So I just tackle it every morning. That's how I'm going with things and go with the flow for the most part.
How about you, Vijay? What's going on with you these days?
There's something there's always something new we are launching, and every single time it looks like a dart. It's not. We are actually building an ecosystem of sort. So something I'm really excited about that we are actually currently building is the infrastructure for Zadwell that we are building, which is basically the cloud platform. So I've been working on it for the last 3.5-4 months. That has been keeping me busy a little bit in terms of like how we could going to launch it, because this is something new. It's uncomfortable, right? Every time I do something new, uncomfortable, that's where the growth happens. So I haven't owned an infrastructure by myself. So this is an infrastructure that we will be owning and platforming, and we want to offer an opportunity as Zadwell Cloud to all our clients, anyone who wants a cloud.
Very cool.
And the fun stuff is like today, people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars for their CRM, ERP, and email, and so many things.
Yeah.
So we have literally, I think, over 110 plus apps. Just like you can just install, click, just pay for the server. That's it.
I'm going to start calling you Adobe.
I mean, almost $0. I think $0 to maybe $5 or something max. Like it's almost 99% of the apps are $0. You can have a CRM for $0. How about that? So you're just paying for the actual server that's going to be on the cloud.
Cool.
And I'm super excited about that. It's new. I'm learning a lot. So that's new with Zadwell.
That's incredible, and looking forward to seeing it. And what a cool concept. It really does sound like the Adobe Creative Cloud. So good job, Vijay. Although Adobe is Adobe. I love you.
Adobe's Adobe.
I got some love-hate relationship with Adobe. I still love making shows on your platforms, but I hate paying that monthly subscription.
Hey, Colin, Vijay, I was going to ask Vijay a question. So in your space, very interesting, very different from my day-to-day. Things that change in my day-to-day are usually human-related, not technology-related. Ours are, somewhat, we're industrial age products when it comes to machining and that type of thing. How do you Like when you sit down with your team and you have a meeting and then you go, oh, I didn't see that coming. Because you're in the technology, like what you decide this morning literally could be changed a week or a day from today, right?
Right.
On the worldwide platform, if you will. How do you set your mind around that, or how do you know what I'm getting at? Like to me, I'm kind of set back. Like even in real estate, things change, but they don't. The whole world doesn't change, right? The whole
Right.
platform
Right.
doesn't change. There's not a
Yeah.
new way of a new completely way of doing things that somebody else could log into tomorrow. How does that
Right.
change for you? Like you were saying, you're adding apps, you're adding this, you're adding that.
Yeah.
I'm not in that world, so very interested to see your take on it.
There's a reason we do that. And before I say anything, Colin, like I started from your world, actually. I started with mechanical engineering, tool and die engineering,
Right.
actually creating that die molds. I did that whole course for manufacturing for a year. Then I switched to computers before even Avinash I introduced. So he's from that world, actually. So I really enjoyed that engineering drawing and the manufacturing aspect of it, the shop floor. It's awesome, actually. But switching into computers is actually, I've been doing this for 20 plus years now. I just finished 20 years,
Wow.
weeks ago. I started in 2006.
You're only 30 though.
I'm only 30. I started when I was 9. So I started when I was 21. So it has been going on forever. And one thing that is constant, and then there is a quote that say like change is the only thing constant. That is very true when it comes to software, because literally every 3 months, every 6 months, today with the AI world, literally every day there's something new, and it doesn't stop. Yeah, you got to keep learning, keep doing that. That has been always there throughout my 20-year journey, and I'm not surprised by it, the way things are changing. And every time there is a change, we learn something, we grow through it. So that's the world we're dealing with, and I think we when we sit with developers with the team, they go through this process as well, because what we thought was the original roadmap 6 months ago, okay, maybe there's a new tool doing this, there's a new way of doing this. Kelly, you found something new to do the advertising or like to market the show or something like. So there's a new tool, new way of doing things every single time, and we learn and adapt. I think that's the way we are learning and adapting, and hope is to grow faster. So that's the idea.
Yeah, the thing that I've learned is that nothing works forever.
No, it
might work temporarily, and hopefully that temporary workaround works for, let's give it a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever you get. But absolutely no tool is going to serve you forever. And so I think it's mandatory to be always thinking forward, trying new things, seeing what works, and letting go of what doesn't. I think maybe that being the most important thing is that there's a lot of people who will find something new, they know it works, but they won't stop doing the thing that's not working anymore, right? We have to get better at letting go of the things that are not serving us, that are not moving our businesses forward, that are not supporting our forward momentum, right? And I think a lot of that, especially with technology, is accepting that things are going to change, they're going to get better, there's going to be new platforms that do it better, and be willing to make the shift and be willing to let go of the things that are no longer serving you.
So you know what I think, what I see happening is a lot of things that were a hindrance. I'll use an inventory system or some type of platform. I think corporations or companies would say, we really should change, but man, that's a whole lot of work.
It's a big job.
Right? I think what we're going to see now is it's not a big job, right?
Yes.
It's a push your information into that, and it does the rest. AI does, takes out that human element of, in my corporate background, and you guys will understand too, is, having a changeover and the IT team coming in for a few months, and when we will run the legacy program for the first 6 months, and then after 8 months, we'll transfer, that whole BS type thing that we had to go through. I think that'll be like, okay, we'll flip the switch Monday at 1:00, and at 1:01, we'll be on the new system.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think those are the things exciting to me, because it gets rid of that whole, well, I think the word integration might change.
Well,
right?
that's what you're seeing, is that you're seeing all of these apps, from VJ's world really starting to integrate with existing systems and
Yeah.
making those swap overs much, much simpler. And we're only going to see it get better and better and better at doing that.
Yeah, 100%. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for that in all business.
Yeah.
Right, just being able to move ahead. Even Kelly, in your production, every time you use all these things that you use to put your show together, it will get better.
Yes.
It will get, your time allotment will get a lot less.
Yeah.
Right? You'll
Well,
be
I
able to
can tell
do.
you, like, even with tools that speed up the call-in process. So, like, if I go back to like 2023 when I launched the show, everything was done manually. Everything. So it was a brutal job. It took a very long time to produce any shows. It would have made a call-in show, like, old school radio call-in, really hard, because you'd be getting some voices that just would be completely unusable. And now I can run those phone calls or those call-ins from what Jim Harold would say, people calling in from a potato.
Oh yeah,
Love that. Love that show. Anyways, he's like sometimes you get people calling in from a potato. God bless them.
right.
But it's absolutely true. You do. But now we have tools like AI that can
Yeah.
come in and rebuild that voice. And so suddenly that potato sounds like they're calling in from a studio. That didn't exist simply 3 years ago, not even a year ago, really, to that level. And what's going to exist next year will be even bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, observation in terms of like how things are evolving. Like in 90s, I mean, I think I've seen that when people use internet, they were very skeptical of like even putting their credit card in. Like, will it work? Or is it safe? And
Yeah,
True.
right, no one used it actually.
that's right.
And things change actually. Then Amazon came in and they made it okay. You can pay online. The whole thing. Oh, you can buy an ad ticket online. So that kept changing. And everyone thought, okay, Amazon is going to be the only marketplace. And years later, now everyone is trying to create their own marketplace. Oh, you can shop on my website and things.
Yeah.
And you already do that.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have a marketplace for yourself. So things are changing actually. So I think every single time when an industry moves in a certain direction, ChatGPT is our recent example. In the last 3 years, we all observed it. Now everyone is aware of AI and they're using GPT. The word GPT, everyone is aware actually now. So I think that's how moving the needle from an industry point of view. I think that's how it's moving in a direction which we are all observing. But anyway,
VJ,
so
interesting what
Yeah,
you said
so-
about people being afraid of security with a credit card,
yeah,
but they were okay to hand their card and go, and people would actually use a pencil
Take
or
a
a
real
pen
copy of it.
and take a real copy, and it wouldn't get processed for 4 or 5 days. Like they might do one batch, every 3
Yeah.
days or whatever, and then that lays around in a box somewhere in a restaurant or a store or whatever.
Yeah.
And then that store doesn't know if it was good or bad, right? That transaction for a few days as well. That wasn't scary to them. But the
Yeah.
ability to go in, approved, secure little lock at the top. No, I don't think I could do this. This looks sketchy. No,
Yeah.
sketchy is giving it to a cab driver, and then you hop out. But that's that's kind of how we've evolved, right?
You reminded me of something. Can I share something?
Yeah.
So I think 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, I was in New York. I think we just wanted to visit, and we visited in New York. That time the tap thing was new with the cards
Right.
that we do at like drive-throughs and tap, right? So I think it was a bit newer at the time. Not everyone was aware. So we were in New York. We were like walking, taking pictures, going from there. It took the tube and up and down. And I came back after a week. I saw like 87 cents, 35 cents, 26 cents, like different, like 18 different transactions. I never bought something for 26 cents. So
Yeah.
I was wondering what's happening. So it was actually basically on, so they have like different hidden readers in the tube, in the subway station on the, so you never know actually. So
Right.
it just catches from your pocket. And that was new. Maybe it's in the taxi. It was in the taxi. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But you paid it.
Yeah,
See,
I mean, like, I lost $18 like that, I think. So, but it is fun.
Yeah, I remember having my bank card frozen once, and they ended up tracking it down to a gas station terminal was compromised. Yeah, and I don't know how they're doing it today, but I'm sure they found a way.
Yeah, there's a way, right?
Yeah.
They're doing it, and just kind of I just live in the world of not being afraid.
Yeah,
that's the way it is.
Well, I need gas, so.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
That's right. I gotta risk it.
Yeah, for sure. So,
mind you, the new tap. I feel like the new tap thing is pretty secure. I think that's pretty hard for them to spoof.
That's what you think.
You think?
Anyway, so what else is going on, you guys?
Well, hey, I want to talk to you.
Yeah,
tell me about your show.
Yeah.
What do you want to know? It's all blue sky.
I want to know when it's coming out.
Okay. Well, this is a good time, right? So why don't we introduce the changes that are coming?
Sure.
Right,
why don't you do it?
Okay. So, hey, everybody in Authentic Hustle Land. A few changes coming on. Excuse me. We've been doing the show 58 episodes, and this is going to be our season wrap up show. We're calling it the season wrap up. We're not bowing out. We're just moving on to concentrate on a couple things. Kelly's going to concentrate on I used to work there, the BDP, consulting, all those types of things. VJ, where are you headed? Pathfinders?
Pathfinders and Zadwell. That's my focus area.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. And I'm going to be focusing on everything I do in addition to Blue Sky Method.
Amazing.
So I do plan, Kelly, to answer your question. Let's do this. I've still got 2 weeks till the end of the month. I will expect
it in April.
No, you can. I'm putting myself out there. You can expect one episode before the end of this month.
Amazing. Okay, yeah. I can't wait. I know everyone listening can't wait.
Well, whether it's just like, hey there, bye, and I'm off.
Yeah. And keep in mind, guys, this is just a refocusing. We've really enjoyed doing the hustle. We have. We're just kind of looking more as like, we all got a lot going on here behind the scenes. Colin's super busy every day with Hypervac. I'm really busy with, I used to work there, the business development podcast, Catalyst Club, consulting. It's just one of those things where the time isn't quite lining up at the moment. But we are not saying we're done. What we're saying is we're done season 1. And you may see a season 2 pop up in 6 months, a year, who knows? I don't want to say that this is the end. We've enjoyed every minute of making this show. We hope to continue to do this show at some point. But I think right now we're just at a stage where all three of us need to refocus in on the bigger things in our worlds, and then come back to it when time allots. So that's where I'm at with it. I've had a lot of fun producing the show, making it happen, talking with you guys every week. And honestly, I'm going to miss it, but I'm still going to keep in touch with you. Obviously, me and Colin have a weekly call regardless. VJ, maybe we need to have one too.
Count me in. I'll miss you guys. Count me in, please.
But we're all working on other things, but you are going to see a lot coming out of us. This isn't the end of us. If you enjoy us, we all have our own ecosystems. You can find me on the BDP twice a week. My goal with I used to work there is bi-weekly release, and they're going to be long story shows. A lot of fun, really crazy. If episode 1 says anything, it says we're going to get some crazy stuff. And then obviously Colin working with Hypervac and launching his own show, and I'll be supporting him the whole way with that too. So there's a lot going on. You'll be able to find us all over the place. And honestly, it's been an honor and a privilege to show up for you guys for 58 weeks in a row.
I can break it down to similar to a high school breakup. It's not you, it's us.
So true.
Right. It's just I do believe in all things come to an end or to a change. And there has to be a time for it. And it's better when everybody is congruent and in agreeing. And I think we're at that point right now, as we talked about and led up to today. And I don't think there's any magic number. Was it 60? Was it 75? Was it 100? Mm-hmm. Doesn't really matter. I think the fact that we've done 58 is something to be proud of, something to feel good about, and something to grow on from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, bring us into what Blue Sky Method is going to be, Colin.
Well, I was going to ask you guys for a favor. You guys are both seasoned podcasters. You've hosted so many episodes, and I'm going to need some referrals because I don't know. What it's going to be is the blue sky method is not everything's perfect, but I do wake up every day thinking that things are going to go correct. And when things don't go right, what do you do? Shift on the fly. That type of thing. I think everybody's got to know who I am and how I think, and you guys know for sure. That's what it's going to be, is how can each and every one of us get better from every situation that we deal with every day. And it's going to be leadership principles. It's going to be life skills. It's going to be a little bit of coaching. So it's going to be a hybrid of me coaching, I guess, or me speaking. Similar to the BDP when you do that. And then also guest interaction. Amazing. Right. I do have quite a good list I'm working on my end, and some really cool people. And you two are the coolest. You're going to be on there.
Yay!
And that's how we all met.
Would love to.
So that's what the Blue Sky Method's going to be, and we're going to grow it from there.
Amazing. And, it's going to be uplifting people. If you need some feel good in your day, you are going to want to follow the Blue Sky Method. And Colin has committed. He's going to have one out before the end of the month. So you will be able to find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere you listen. BJ, bring us into what's next for Pathfinders.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to share a bit of Blue Sky, the piece of Blue Sky that I got from Colin. So every time I call him, I tell him, Colin, when I'm reaching out, I get a piece of blue sky from you. And that's one of the reasons I'm calling him. And I've already experienced that with him in the show, working with him. We did some business together. So I really have that blue sky piece from Colin. He sends me clips and interesting messages. So extremely positive, motivated, inspiring individual.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. I mean, I think you'll be great. You're a great host.
You will,
Colin.
You're already a podcaster, man.
Great host.
60 episodes. You got this.
Yeah.
I'm super excited for Blue Sky and anything you guys launch. So I will be so happy to share it, and I'm super happy for you. Excited and looking forward to the Blue Sky.
Yeah.
So and I want to speak a bit about Authentic Hustle, the journey, a little bit.
Yeah,
how it has been.
Yeah.
58 episodes. My goodness, when we started in February 2025, we had, we didn't have a plan. We just started, we took off, we tried different things. And I think the conversation some weeks it just flew. Some weeks, okay, fine. Okay, what are we talking about? Okay, we are talking about this or that or what, right? But I think overall,
spin the wheel.
It has spin the wheel. Yeah. And it has been really enjoyable, the journey. Every week after week, I look forward to speaking with you guys week after week. What an absolute honor, Colin and Kelly. I really thank you for meeting week after week. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. This is not an end, like Colin and Kelly said. This is a closing of a chapter, right, Colin?
Mm-hmm.
That's how you
That's
said
right.
it. Those are the Blue 100%. Sky words. I call it.
Yeah.
Closing of a chapter, and probably there'll be a new chapter in the future. We don't know when, but I think it's we all collectively I agree. I think this is the direction that we want to go. But I thoroughly enjoyed it from the bottom of my heart. So thank you so much, you guys. So you were a lovely co-host. I couldn't have found a better one. Thank you.
No, and
awesome.
I feel the exact same way. And it was, all of our first forays into a live channel, which I think was the original idea behind Authentic Hustle was, let's try this live thing and see what happens. And so all of us hadn't really explored that before. And so it was definitely an exploratory process into what LinkedIn Lives and stuff could be like, YouTube Lives. And we've learned a lot. I've grown a lot from this show. I've learned a lot from you guys. And we got to kind of share our journeys together along the way. And man, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the both of you. And I can say that honestly and from the bottom of my heart. And so
likewise.
Thank you.
Likewise, Kelly. Oh man.
now I'm just gonna cry.
Yeah. It was never going to be an easy show, was it?
No. No, I think at the end,
missed you joining us from the chopper, Colin, and
the chopper. Me having a driver.
Get to the chopper.
Or just being on the road and having loud road noise. I guess I can't do that when I do my own show.
No, you'll definitely want to do.
I'll
a
dial
studio.
in. Yeah. So anyway, but I do. The more I listen to podcasts, and I do a lot, the more I'm introduced to new, genres of podcasts, I guess you would say. The more I learn, and the more I see. Just for me, we're all different. I see what I believe people will need and what I can give to them, and no different than you guys do in your vocation and what you have to offer. So I just think no pun, but the blue sky's the limit, right? Like head up there and go for it. And I think that's where I'm headed. So you haven't heard the last of me, that's for sure. And we'll see what the future brings.
Yeah. Yeah. With I used to work there, obviously it's a very different show from the BDP. The BDP was very much a business show, very much, we try to stay inspiring. We try to like teach people and leave them with takeaways and inspiration from every show. With I used to work there, I'm going a very different direction. It is purely entertainment. And it is a lot of fun to hear people's work stories and just what's happened to them. Episode 1, and I'm going to just plug it quickly. Episode 1 has a bunch of kids left at a summer camp with live guns by themselves. When things went awry at summer camp. The second episode there is basically a woman who was working at a jail doing psychology, and part of her job was to work with the inmates every day. She's spending time in maximum security prison, and suddenly they have a bunch of pens on the table from their notes, and one goes missing. Another story is, obviously we have a haunted office story here coming from Edmonton. It's one of our Catalyst Club members was sharing a journey of, he was staying at this office and a bunch of weird things were happening. And so he brought in, a medium, and she's like, yeah, you are not alone here. And it turned out to be a very known haunted spot in Edmonton. It was on a ghost walk.
Wow.
So yeah, it's you get something different every show, but so far it's a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying making it. It's not just stories, but we're trying to make sure that the ambience is right. It feels like something you could go to bed to. It's pushing my boundaries, but in a really good way, and I'm learning a lot. And I think that's what's important. If there's a takeaway from the show for everybody, don't be afraid to do something you've never done before.
Yeah, for sure.
I think you'll find that you're better at it than you think.
Yeah. Well, and you don't know until you try, because this was new for me as well. It was new for all of us, right? The live show. VJ, go ahead.
No, one thing, Kelly, I cannot talk about it. We cannot leave talking about it. BDP, the Business Development Podcast, I think that is one of the reasons. I think we all three are here.
Yeah.
So what you did, was it 2022, dude? Like 2022, 23?
It was February of 23.
February of 23. Yeah. So when you started, I think that's one of the reasons we all met. And thank you, Kelly. I think that's how we met each other online, and we have met each other in person as well. So this couldn't have happened without the BDP.
No.
And I think that was the inspiration for us, for me, for Pathfinders. I'm sure for Colin as well.
Yep.
I don't want to speak for him, but I'm sure you have been a huge inspiration for all of us.
Yeah, Colin's been with me on the BDP from episode 10, I think.
Yeah.
early on.
We released 325 this morning for you, Colin.
Yeah. No, I when I was listening to the episode this morning, I always think of that. I'm very cognizant of that. And I'm like, wow, look. And I think, look where we've come.
Yeah.
Right. And I use the story, Kelly, all the time to people. They're like, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? And maybe I was telling you, I read a book recently, VJ, this is new for you. I ordered a couple books, and I thought it would be good for the business I'm in. It's about branding. And so then I gave them away. And they were, the ridiculous part is I get these books off Amazon. They're $45. I don't care. That's not a big deal, but $45 for a paperback book seems like a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So I go back on because I've got a couple customers come through and they're like, oh, what's that book? Before you know it, that's why I buy them, to give them out. I give them out. I go back to reorder. Now they're like $69. And I'm like, what happened in the last week with books?
Yeah.
So just like I reached out to Kelly, I look up the author and I reach out to him, and nothing off LinkedIn, doesn't reply. Same day, I'm like, I'm going to try Messenger on Facebook. reach out to him. He instantly replies, right?
There we go.
Now we're talking, right? And it starts out, you have to go through Amazon. You have to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I read the Amazon book. I know how to get around it. And anyway, we develop, I don't say a friendship, but we know who each other are now. And I'm coming down, working with him, that every vehicle that we ship out will have one of his books in it.
Cool.
Right? Going to do a collaboration.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's going to go, but it went from the author on my table to now speaking to him, right? Yeah. And on his, just a human being, just a person.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why we're here today. And that's where, who knows, 1 year from today, we should actually mark it on the calendar, just so we know we have a chat on that day and go, look, this is a year from then. What happened?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting from that standpoint too, because the biggest thing that a podcast does for you is allows you to meet people you would have never had a chance to meet.
Yeah.
Right. Like if everyone looks at like a podcast as a whole, yeah, some of them make money, but usually it takes a while to get there. And when it does get there, the benefit is still the fact that it opens doors you would have never been able to open without them.
That's right. And every one of those conversations opens a door to another.
Absolutely.
Right. Like, and that's
right.
just the way communication works, and the access we have to different countries, different people, at the click of a finger. Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, fellas, we're 11:32. Who's going to wrap it up?
We all should wrap it up. I think that's a way to do it for today.
Okay.
It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. Thank you so much for joining us for these 58 episodes. I hope you continue to follow us on our platforms, BDP for me, Pathfinders for Vijay, Blue Sky Method for Colin. You'll be able to find us all over the place. We're not going anywhere. We'll be easy to find still. If you've been with us, we sure appreciate you. And thank you for joining us on this journey.
Till next time, hustlers, out.
See you, everyone.
Later,
See you, everyone. Bye-bye.